Saint Joseph is an unavoidable personality in the New Testament, but only a little is said about him in the New Testament. But he is so clearly foreshadowed in the Old Testament to make it evident that God was pleased to present him in the world many centuries before he was born. The Old Testament is often described as the forecast of the events of the New Testament. In this session, we would be dealing with Saint Joseph and the ancient patriarch Joseph, whom God designed to give an exact and elaborate figure of our saint in the Old Testament. It is very true that the ancient Joseph is in many ways similar to the figure of Saint Joseph. Saint Bernard says, "Remember the ancient patriarch who was sold into Egypt, and know that Saint Joseph not only inherited his name but possessed moreover his chastity, his innocence, and his grace. In other sense, they were resembling not only through their name and features, but also their family. Both their fathers were patriarchs who also shared the name Jacob. The mother of ancient Joseph, Rahel, was buried near Bethlehem, where the second Joseph came from and where Jesus was born. We read in the book of Genesis that the ancient Joseph became the victim of his brethren's envy and was sold as a slave into Egypt. Similarly, for Joseph, Herod's envy forced him to become a refugee in Egypt with Jesus and his most holy spouse. It is also considerable that while in Egypt, the ancient Joseph found grace with Potiphar, even to being made the manager of his household and set as the governor over his whole family. It would also be fine to say that our saint found grace with Jesus and was appointed the minister general and promoted as the patron of both the Holy Family and the Holy Church. While the ancient patriarch passed from the problems and difficulties of a prison to the splendors of a court, the later passed from sorrows of exile to celestial mansions with Jesus and his holy spouse. In the same way, how the glory of ancient Joseph spread all throughout Egypt and Israel at the times of famine, the glory and the patronage of the Saint Joseph is still glorified around the world. In fact, there are a lot more incidents in the lives of both the noble persons to prove their link along the Old and New Testaments. Thus, the ancient Joseph is a typical example whose life, name, and glory can be stated as the prefigure of Saint Joseph in the New Testament. Here, Saint Joseph stands as a reflection of the fulfillment of the Old Testament. Let us also pray for the fulfillment of God's will in our lives, as was happened in the life of Saint Joseph.